Yo, what's up with it, y'all? Welcome to HighThoughtsTV. It's your boy Pico. If y'all ain't know, man, if you need that merch, get up with me. You already know that. But we got something special lined up for y'all tonight. Before we even jump into that, y'all should already know how I'm coming. So while you come in and get situated, before I even bring the guests in and introduce them, y'all hit that like button, motherfucking turn a nigga up, turn nigga page up. Turn these likes up, hit that subscribe up, and this how we gonna start it. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, get all of your herbalization together, your herbalization situated. Yeah, that way.
Little baby wanna know where to be at. Drop the low and I told him meet me there. I'm a trap nigga, some shit I re-up. I'm at the light right now, I'm about to beat up. Put my neck in my cup on chill. Got that bitch by next, stay still. Everything niggas say we real. What you do, in Texas, we keep everything true. I'm in the city with the players trying to get to the strip. I said they play in the city, get stripped. Bought a new shoe so the bitch can get a grill. I'm the king of this shit, I don't need no more tips. I'm the king of this shit on my toes, on my heels. I got niggas in my phone up to make a deal. I never bring the club to the crib. Stuff a hip and get way out of here. Always rolling with Bay on the hill. Living life fast, cause I don't know what day I'ma deal. The one I'm with right now know I'm here. Give a nigga more shots than the real. I done put a little size on, used to be slim. Pretty nigga 2C, you're free him. What he do after me? Little baby wanna know where to be at. Drop the low and I told him meet me there. I'm a trap nigga, some shit I re-up. I'm at the light right now, I'm about to beat up. Put my neck in my cup on chill. Got that bitch by next, stay still. Everything niggas say we real.
What's up with it? FDA.
Alright, nah, we all go do the remix.
We back, y'all. Yo,
What's
what's
going
going
on?
down with it?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I need to get on that remix, man.
You do.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna get on the remix, bro.
Turn this thing up.
What's going on with it?
What's going on, brother?
I'm trying to find out where the volume is on this thing so I can hear y'all.
Yeah, that StreamYard be a little tricky. Make you feel like you
Can
gotta
you
get
hear
to the
me?
phone. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you clear.
All right, let me turn this volume up. Let me see.
Nah, he got a nigga,
Yeah, fuck this shit. Told bro he can't worry about the bitch, get another one. In the trap with the bows.
like we OTB. Nigga always ride clean cause I'm OCD. I went and got it, brought it back, this a whole TD. I can't never be no trick, I get these hoes meat.
I can't never be no trick, but I keep one inside my. Boom. Everything sound clear on your end?
I hear you, but you low.
Okay.
It might be my volume. I don't know where the volume at on this. I just got this back. No.
Shout out Eric Scott. To my mods, all my mods tonight. Y'all gotta shoot everything that's anything that look like it's trolling and any disrespectful shit. Shoot them niggas in the head with a goddamn carbon 15.
You saw the hit. You saw I put the hit in the goddamn private channel.
Yeah.
Like when we is not doing it, the value good as the value we gonna get, my brother.
Yeah, that StreamYard volume is a little different. It's a little weird. Shout out to Tony Snow. You feel
Big
me?
snow.
Give fuck. Eric Sky, you already know the mother loving vibes.
Where my volume? I'm just roll.
It's all good. Take your time.
I'm
We
trying
got
to.
some more shit we can play for their ass. Okay, okay, okay.
Record.
We gonna listen to this hoe real quick. Okay, okay. Shout out to you.
Pull up quick, let them see. Slow down. Open the quarter for my bitch when first I was out. On my flesh, I got Alexander home now. Big street rider, I can rock the soul now. JT gone, he trying to make it home now. I'm on his way there, time I fix my phone up. I can speak with fuck niggas cause I know some. I talk with fuck niggas, just do some.
Most niggas play they winning, really losing. Been talking shit from back when I was hooping. Told her, baby, slow it down like Drew. Go to sleep thinking about the back and I wake up and get to it. I done studied the game for so long, I done became fluent. I get paid for going viral, nigga. You YouTube me. Get her wetter than the ocean, nigga. I don't need no lube. Nigga can't give me no game on that, I ain't seen them do.
Niggas say they doing everything we never heard of do. I ain't playing gangster on the net, I got shit to do. Taking trips out of town with the panoramic view. Got a mind on it. Yo, we can run it through 2 lines, this is deucing. This fake go 2 lines, this is deuce. Front line with some 2, 2, 3. Get a 5 if I shoot. When my bitch count cash with it made up the truth. We ain't never heard of it.
Volume, man.
What's up? What's up with it?
I'll jam music.
I just got this computer back. But go ahead, let's go.
Oh, you can hear us? You good?
I hear you a little bit. Maybe if you turn yours up.
Let's see. Anyway, welcome to motherfucking High Thoughts TV. I'm Pico. This is my
I can't
nigga
hear you.
FBA up here with me.
What's
And
going on? What's going on, brother? Where you from?
I think he can hear you.
Can't you hear me?
Oh, y'all turning me up. Get that light. Where you headed to, FDZ?
Man, do you know the usual?
So you
Trying
about
to
to
make
go
shit.
pick up some lobster and some lamb chops.
Nah, I ate some goat today, bro.
Damn, for real? What did you have? Like, what part of the goat do you eat?
I don't know, the cheapest part, I guess, because like you know, so I ate at this African restaurant, and I paid like $3 for a piece of goat, and they gave me a $3 piece of goat.
That was hitting though.
Yeah. And then the motherfucking jollof rice was scarred. The fish was the whole thing, but was good. I almost know what type of fish it was.
Yeah. No, I never had no goat that I can remember. I'd be too scared to try new shit. I still halfway don't know if I like sushi or not.
I don't like sushi either, bro.
They got some motherfucking raw shit on it. I ain't fucking with it.
Say, man.
I just found out what nigiri was. Nigga had told me something about some nigiri. I'm like, bro, I thought that was an insult at first when nigga said it.
Hey, can you
Nigiri.
hear us, big homie?
What's up?
Can you hear us?
I don't know.
He probably had to do it from his phone, bro, because he trying to do it from a laptop. You know, that's a different type. That's a different type of monster. I ain't gonna lie to you. You used to want to tell me to use my phone more instead of my laptop. 'Cause I used to do a lot of my stream straight from my laptop. But then I just realized doing it from a cell phone, you can get way more better clarity, and it's better.
Exclusive. That was me. Damn, that's crazy. Hey,
I can't hear y'all too good. Man, I'm trying.
try it with your phone. You got your phone?
Yeah, I was going on the phone. I'm gonna go on here, man. Go to your joint.
Got it on. Like a monkey in the zoo. Got that on. Yeah, said like a monkey in the zoo. Got that shit on me. No bad words.
There it goes.
Y'all hear that? That shit just be coming off the top, man. I don't be thinking about that yellow check mark.
There we go. There we go.
Where we going, baby?
I think you gotta turn your computer down now, or mute your mic.
My computer, I probably gotta turn that down.
Yeah. It sounds like you was goddamn riding through Christmas City, nigga. Hold up. What you say? I like you was goddamn riding through Christmas City, nigga. What you say?
Can you? But is it still echoing?
Nah, you good. I can hear you. I can still hear echoing a little
Oh,
bit, like
yeah.
you listening to it on the computer or
All right.
something. But your voice clear.
We're a little delayed, but I'm gonna try to answer y'all questions.
Okay.
So what's up? Where you from? Let everybody know where you from, man. How you get into this internet world? So what's up? Where you from? Let everybody know where you from.
I'm from Camden, New Jersey, right? I moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta in '95. I caught a federal case out of here, right? I went down, did 20 years, 8 months, and I came back home to Camden. My co-defendant called me down around the time Ralo was booming down here, but I didn't make it down to 2 weeks after the arrest. So I came back to Atlanta, and I was I was over the pack, and I was running things with the brother Idris, and we was keeping things in order for the brother Ralo while he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm from. I'm from New Jersey, but I've been living in Atlanta for 3 years. Unfortunately, man, with Ralo's case, the feds took the pack. You know, if anybody don't know what the pack is, those are the apartments that Ralo purchased and had all the Muslims living there for free. You know what I'm saying? And I was like an elder there, teaching the dean. We all Muslim. I was teaching the dean. Idris was over the pack teaching the dean, but Idris had got a better job and moved on, and I had ended up getting an apartment upstairs and overseeing the little brothers that was there.
Okay, bet. So you say you had got 20 years initially. If you can talk about that and like what led to that, how did you find yourself in that situation? If you can talk about that and like what led to that, how did you find yourself in that situation?
Actually, I had 360 months. I had an 846, which is a conspiracy case, and I had an 841, which is a possession with intent to distribute. They found $760,000 in my house, right? When we got locked up, they had something called relevant conduct. Relevant conduct is this. Let me explain this to y'all out here, man. Y'all out here playing this game and don't really know what y'all doing. All right, say a confidential informant by, let's go small. Let's say a confidential informant buy an ounce off you, right? And then they lock him up, and let's say he was buying that ounce for 3 months, but he tell them, all right, say he was buying it 3 months, an ounce a week for 3 months. All right, so the feds might ask him, well, you was dealing with such and such, what was you getting? He said, well, I was getting an ounce. Well, how often was you getting that ounce? Well, I was buying an ounce a week. For how long? For a year. So you got an ounce a week for 360 days for a year, and they add it all up. It might come to 2 or 3 bricks. So that's your relevant conduct. Now, instead of your sentence being 5 to 10, now you at 30 to life. And unfortunately, that's what happened to me. I had a relevant conduct situation. They took 760 grand and turned it into kilos of her. I got a heroin conspiracy. So they said that was worth 5 keys or more. You feel me? So I got sentenced with no dope. They call this ghost dope to 360 months that I had. When I came in 96, there was no Booker law. Y'all don't understand what Booker is. Booker gave the judge in the federal court his power back to say, well, I don't want to give a man 30 years. I want to give him 10. And he could do that now. But when I came in, wherever you fell on a guideline, you had to get. And I fell at 360 was my bottom, was my mandatory minimum, and life was my statutory maximum. I ain't want to shake the dice with them because life in the feds mean life. It mean to the sun burn out. I ain't, my mom said, baby, go ahead, take the 360 months. So I took the 360 months, which you got to do 25 years on. And I did 20 years and 8 months. While I was in, I took a correspondence course through Indiana State University and became a certified paralegal. So I did my own case, and I did other notable cases. Southwest T, I got 7 years off his wife case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know that his wife came home early. I don't like to, I really, this is my first interview that I've done, and I've really never even told nobody this because I'm like the kind of dude that's real laid back, and I don't be liking to disclose information for nothing. You know what I mean? But that's y'all, this is raw. Y'all just got some real live news right there. She got out, started Track Queens and all that. I helped her, you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. But I got a lot of other notable people out. Then it took me a long time to get myself out. Sometimes they say you need a fresh eye. But the Johnson case dropped. I've been arguing that I was overrepresented as a career offender. I jumped on the end of the Johnson case, and I got an immediate release, which I actually was supposed to got out September 9th of like next month, 2022. But I've been out here 5 years now.
Okay, bet. And so was it during the time you were locked up that you found out or became a Muslim, or had that already been something that was a part of your destiny like early in life? So was it during the time you were locked up that you found out or became a Muslim, or had that already been something that was a part of your destiny like early?
I actually took Shahada back in 1985. In 85, I didn't just start getting in trouble. In 85, I fell and did a juvenile bid. I was a cold-blooded Christian, man. Like I was fighting Muslims and 5%ers and everything. I always been thorough, you know what I'm saying? So, and I always had a pack of dudes that followed behind me, you know what I mean? So I was Christian. I took my mom. My mom is a minister and everything right now today, but she respect me, you know what I mean? Because she know that I'm not on. She know if I'm following something, she know that it's got to be 100% genuine to me, right? I heard a brother from Philly calling the Adhan, which is the call to prayer, and it was giving me the chills. So much to the fact that I start studying the deen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one that's not easily convinced, right? So I start studying, I start reading a lot of books, and I start saying, man, a lot of these stories, I know the Bible front to back because like I was a cold-blooded Christian warrior. So I know that Bible today, front to back. So I said, damn, a lot of these stories in the Quran is in the Bible, but these stories seem more right and exact. And I'm not just saying this, man, because I'm Muslim, you feel me? I'm just giving you what's real. So I said, man, I'm gonna look more into it. I start reading more and more, and I said, man, this is it. This is the true religion. Because see, what Allah says is that the pen is lifted and the ink is dry. The day I made your religion Islam. Now they say in the Quran we're gonna be in heaven amongst the Christians and the Jews. That's the ones that was upon the monotheism that followed the prophet Isa, who y'all call Jesus. You know what I'm saying, and his followers. But see, Jesus never said he was God. See what I'm saying? And then you got the prophet Musa, you know what I'm saying, Moses, who had the Torah, who's the Jews, you know what I'm saying? And those are the ones who follow him as the messenger and follow the one God under the monotheism that they say we're going to be in heaven with the Christians and the Jews. Now, me being a cold-blooded Christian, I believe that. But to answer your question, I've been Muslim before I went to jail. But let me tell you this, man. A lot of people go to jail and they find religion, which is cool. That's because you got time to slow down. You feel me? You got time to slow down. You got time to study. You got time to find yourself. And Allah choose those who are oppressed for his message. You feel me? So a lot of people, man, and I get it. You know what I mean? A lot of people come to jail. A lot of people be not right with their paperwork, and then they come up under the Islam because why? Because we can't judge you if you a rat. You know what I mean? We can't judge you, and you know what I mean? We can't check your paperwork. But real renegade Muslims, like real Muslims, now, and I can't even say like real Muslims or real renegade Muslims. I've always been on the security staff as a Sharif. You know what I'm saying? Every prison I've been in. If y'all do y'all research on me, my name Big Jihad. My name ring bells in the feds, dog. Like I'm somebody in there, and I'm somebody in these streets. You feel me? So always tell a dude when he come in, listen, when it come down, because it's gonna follow you. Look, dog, the word came down. I don't want to check your paperwork. Don't miss no classes and don't miss no prayers. You say you Muslim, I don't know your heart. Only Allah know your heart. So that's, you know, like it's a stigmatism there, man. It's a double-edged sword with the dudes that take Shahada when they come to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes be looking for protection. You know what I'm saying? And that happens. I'm not saying that don't happen. That happens. You know what I'm saying? But we can't judge them, man, because a sword came down and say, you know, what happened? It was a war, and the brother cut one of them non-believers' heads off. And then the law said, "Do you know?" He said he took his Shahada. He only took it because he was under the sword. But do you know what was in his heart? See, we don't know what's in their heart. But nah, I was Muslim in the streets. I was Muslim since a juvenile. You know what I'm saying? I came in Muslim. And this is how I got out here and started messing with Ralo and all them. The little brothers, man, wasn't that knowledgeable. You got Idris, who was over the pack when I came, very knowledgeable, was teaching the deen. And I just followed suit with him, just helping them learn the deen, man. You know what I mean?
So having like a strong mind and a strong belief system, like it sounds like you have, how did you get into the mix of, you know, the things you was doing back in the day, if you're able to speak on it?
I actually took Shahada back in 1985 in April. And I can't even say like real Muslims or real renegade Muslims. I've always been on the
This man said he was in juvenile in 1985, bro. That made me feel like a kid, bro.
My computer a little low. I'm trying to pick back up where we left off, man. I apologize. There we go. What did you ask me now?
No, I said, you know, you said you sound like you have a strong belief system, or like you had one your whole life growing up. So how did you get into the mix of what you were doing as far as, you know, what you caught your cases for? How did you get into that lifestyle?
Okay, check this out. Like I said, I took Shahada as a juvenile in a juvenile facility, right? Now, I jumped off the porch at 12 years old. I fell at 13 and did 2 years. I took Shahada. Now, out my way, I'm from up north. I live across the bridge from Philly. We got the Ben Franklin Bridge. We can walk back and forth. So you already know it's a lot of Islam up there. You know what I'm saying? So, but you also got to know that although it's a lot of Islam up there, it's a lot of violence, and it's a lot of Muslims doing things. The Muslims so it's not that when you got a strong belief system. My belief system wasn't even strong. I didn't even know what being Muslim really was. I just took Shahada and I was studying, right? I didn't really know what a Muslim really was, really was. And I was been Muslim a long time, but I haven't practiced it until I went to the feds. And that's when I found out what Islam really was. You feel me? Because you got 73 sects of Islam, of Muslims, right? And the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said the one that's he draw like a branch and draw like sharps off. It said that's the sects. The straight line is the ones who follow me. And I just found out about the Sunnah, about the Salaf, you know, which is the righteous, the first 3 generations, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his companions and their companions. You feel me? So I had just found out about that. You know what I mean? So I had been Muslim, but I wasn't practicing. So what led me into my situation is this. Like I said, I always been like a leader around the way. You know what I mean? And when I came home, I thought I was all big, but I actually had got tall. It was 13 to 15. When I came home, it was a movement going on out there. If you look, if they follow me on Concrete_Chronicles_podcast on Instagram, and then I got Concrete Chronicles podcast, my podcast on IG, you'll see that I got something up from. I got a documentary coming out about me and the homie's life story. You know what I'm saying? 24th Street Black Posse. When I came home in '87, the posse was started. Me being who I was, I jumped in, and I ain't never been an ordinary dude. So when I jumped in at 15, by the time I was 16, I was buying the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I elevated in the game. You know, this is what I know for sure, man. I know this just from doing 20 years and 8 months. I came home, it's still dudes in the same place as they was when I left. You feel me? They still working with the same thing. I want everybody watching to know this. I don't glorify that game. You feel me? Because don't nothing come out of that shit but death in prison. You feel me? For sure. For sure. So I don't glorify it. But if you playing that game, it's like 1 out of 10 that elevate to another level. I just happen to be one of those 10. You feel me? I came home 15. By the time I was 16, I was getting a whole one. By the time I was 18, I was buying 5. You know what I mean? When I was 19, I caught my Fed case. I got pulled over with 4 bricks, a Mac 11, 130,000 in cash. You know what I'm saying? I got 9 years sentence. Well, I made bail on that. I made a $400,000 bail, which is 40 grand, 10%. I made the bail on that. And they said I knocked somebody off in the midst of the 18 months I was on the run. So when I got picked up for the body, they already had the drug charge. So I ended up smaking the body, and I had 9 years. So I did 4. When I came home off the 4, I was home 17 months. And this is what I want to tell the people, man. No matter how slick you think you are, no matter how much you think you got this thing under control and you nickel slick and don't nobody know, let me tell you, when them feds come get you, they got all their T's crossed and their I's is dotted, dog. I never thought I would be, in the back of my mind, I knew one day I probably would go to the feds as possible they could pick me up because I was playing with a lot of work. But when they come for you, dog, they take everything. It's going to be like a dream. And everything you hustle for is going to be like for waste, dog. So why put yourself through the pain and suffering and put your family and kids through the pain and suffering when I wish the best thing I learned, man, is to go to work. I've been out here working, dog, and that check is guaranteed. That street money, somebody might keep a little bit. Now they trying your hand. Now you might have to knock them off, right? Over $10,000 or $5,000 or maybe $1,000. Because you can't let nothing go in these streets. Now, something that took you 5 minutes of irrational thinking, 5 minutes of work, 10 minutes, cost you your life. And that ain't worth it, dog. But to answer your question, man, I've elevated in the game, man. I've been one to like elevate. And then, you know, time went on. Then I moved to Atlanta after I got out of the state from doing the 4 years. And I ended up meeting my co-defendant, man. My co-defendant owned the club down here called the Mansion. So everybody kind of know who he is just by me saying that. Listen, what you get in the day is exclusive because don't nobody know this stuff. Everybody know who I am, right? But they know I don't even do this. You know what I mean? So now people are knowing things about me that they didn't know. You know what I mean? People knew that who my co-defendant was, but now they really know because they know he owned the mansion. Everybody know that's Akon's uncle. You know what I'm saying? And that was my main man. He brought the people over from Africa, man, that was shaking and moving with us, and they all told. I was the youngest one on the case. They used to call me the golden child. A little bit about my case. Go ahead. What you was going to ask me?
I want to ask you, okay, when did you did your third eye did your third eye start talking to you? Like, did you get a feeling that you was under investigation, or did you have a feeling that? How did you know that the game was coming to an end?
Like I said, I took Shahada as a juvenile facility, right? Now, I jumped off the porch at 12 years old. I'm gonna answer your question. I got to get to it because y'all know my speaker's down. And,
okay.
Excuse me for the listeners and the subscribers, man.
This is
technical difficulty with my system, but I'm up. All right, here we go. Now what did you ask me again?
when did you knew like I gotta change and do I gotta change? When you knew like I gotta give up this negative and start living a positive life? Cause you just mentioned about a job. So like when did you have to come to realization like this hustling ain't working for me no more? About a job. So like when did you have to come to realization like this hustling ain't working for me no more?
All right. That was a very good question. When I was away, right? When I was away, and I told you I took this correspondence course to become a certified.
I don't know what just happened. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all getting some exclusive shit in here tonight. Boom.
Hey,
My apology. So can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
you good.
When I was away, right, and I told you I took that correspondence course, this is when I was figuring that I had to make a change of life. I said, I want to get out of prison, and I want to get out of prison bad, but I don't want to get out of prison just to make the same mistakes that I made when I was out here the first time. Now, I took those courses while I was in to start this janitorial service. That's because if you're not planning to do something while you're in there, you failing to come out here and to do anything. You feel me? So I knew that from being in there and from studying the law, I knew that the deck is stacked against us, man, as colored men, period. So I knew that I had to make a change with my life right then and there. Like I figured it out like 2-3 years into my bid. But when I first got in, I had 30 years. I was wilding. I got stabbed. I did some stab. Well, my first 3 years, I caught 11 extra years in there. So I said, man, I ain't trying to make this my life because I'm watching dudes come in with my time and ended up with life sentences. So I said, man, I got to make a change, right? I got to learn how to get myself out of here. I got to learn something that's going to help me to achieve a different goal and level in life because I never had a job before. I don't even know what it was to work, right? So I had to do something that I like to do. And I like to do, unfortunately, from being in prison, I like to do the cleaning thing. So I said, man, I'm going to get certified to be a certified industrial cleaner. And that's what I did, man. And it went about 3 years into my bid. I was 28 years old. I went in 25. I knew that I had to change my life, man, because I didn't want to be in there for the rest of my life, dog.
Okay. And so question I was asking earlier that I think I might have worded a little weird was, what was your introduction? Like you said, you jumped off the porch at 12. Where was your introduction into the game? Like, how did you get into buying this, moving that, etc.? Like, how did you get into buying this, moving that, etc.?
Okay. I got a uncle / like cousin. He's like my cousin, but he like an uncle to me that was running 26th Street. That's like the 2 blocks up from where I was at. I come from one of them cities, man, and one of them hoods where there's nothing there. So all you see is on your porch is the caddies, the Park Avenue. This was the big cars out back in the day. And all you saying is, man, I gotta be like that, man. Like our idols was them people getting the bread. So I picked up my first pack, man. Unfortunately, man, I come from a, my mom, she, and I ain't ashamed to say this because my mom been clean almost 40 years. My mom started getting high, you know what I'm saying? And I had to figure out a way to take care of me and my sister, you know what I'm saying? So that was the way, you feel me? And when I got out there and got a taste of that little bit of money, it just like triggered me into becoming another type of person. You feel me? If that answers your question.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about like, okay, so you are making all this money now. Your lifestyle probably done upgraded a lot. When the feds ring down on you and you realize it's time to go to jail, what are those moments like? Like, so where's your mindset? What do you start doing to prepare yourself? Even though you can't really prepare yourself, what are you doing as far as, are you moving the money around? When you get to jail, like, how are you still, making sure there's money on your books and shit like that? When you get to jail, like, how are you still, making sure there's money on your books and shit like that?
All right, check this out. This is something, man, that all hustlers out here nobody never plans for the worst. You're always hoping for the best. Nobody's prepared to go to prison, right? I didn't have a chance to move a lot of money around. Like I said, when they came in my crib, they took 700 plus. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a chance to move nothing around. The couple people that was holding something for me, they held me down for the beginning. You know, everybody holds you down until you get sentenced. And after you get sentenced, they know you gone. So you don't really get no more of that. My mind frame where I was at then was I was thinking like the state, like I got a bag, I'm gonna get out of this. So I kept telling my lawyer, well, he wanted 50, and I kept telling him, I'm gonna give you 20 more. He was like, man, and I kept, every time he come to me with the deal, I said, no, I'm gonna give you 20 more. And he kept saying, man, look, I don't even want to take no more of your money, man, because unfortunately with the federal sentencing guideline range, you fall at 360 to life. You're going to get the 360 or life if we lose trial. He kind of was scared to go to trial, you know what I'm saying? So I took the deal, but I didn't get to prepare for anything, man. My bid was sweet in the beginning, you know what I mean? Because in the beginning, everybody still loves you, but when you got 360 months, that's 30 years. You know what I'm saying? When you got 360, people start to fall off, you know what I'm saying? So the people who was holding things for me, you know what I mean, disappeared out my life. Now, people, you know, then when you away, you start to rationalize, because a dude that been doing time all his life, such as me, you start to say, man, when I go to jail, everything is a loss. And whatever I can get is cool. It's a plus. You feel me? So when they was sending it, it was cool. You know what I mean? All right, I got 2,000, I go 1,500. And then, because you're thinking long term, if I let them go ahead and burn off with that, I got to do all this time. I could probably call 3, 4, 5, 10 years later. Yo, can you send me 200, 300? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, man, what I want everybody to know, man, you could be living this life. You can be on this level, you know what I'm saying? On a major level, or it don't matter what level you're on. Everybody's comfortable on the level that they play. You feel me? So you could be on this level and you can have your little bag, but when you go to jail, everybody forgets about you, dog. Everybody. Your homeboys, they don't start remembering you till you get short. You getting ready to come home. Then you get on a platform like this, like I did, and then, yo, bro, you see you doing a life story, where I fit in that. You feel me? But the thing is, like, where you was at when I needed you. I got a couple, I can't speak bad about a lot of my homies. I come from a different breed, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my homies did stick in there, you know what I mean? But they came on later. But I'm the kind of person who disconnects myself when I go away. And especially with 30 years, you feel me? I didn't want to put expectation on nobody, and I didn't want to expect nothing from nobody, because expectation breeds what? Anger. If they're not doing what you're supposed to do, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do for you. So I kind of cut everybody off. I didn't get to really line nothing up, because you know why? I didn't think the feds was coming to get me. It happened just like that, all of a sudden. You feel me? One day I was out front. I went in the crib and I got a knock on the door. I looked out the window. I was like, oh shit, it's the feds. And it happened that fast. You know what I mean? And then when it happened, I didn't get no bail. I know, I've been home 5 years. I see people getting bails. When I was in, if you got a bail, you was cooperating. You know what I mean? The feds don't give out no bail. You know what I mean? I'm still connected knee deep in the feds. I got homies over there with life sentences that I take care of. I got homies over there with 30s that I take care of. You know what I mean? I'm somebody, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people still reach out from different states. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the DC homies love me to death. All my cellies been from DC. So I'm well connected, and I know the feds don't give out bails. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it got to be extraordinary case. I'm not gonna say everybody that's on bail or on a federal bracelet is a rat, right? I don't know, but I just know that I didn't get a bail. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why? You know what I mean? But you're not really never ready for it when it happens. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think nobody, if you interview anybody that probably ever been in the feds, I don't think nobody would ever say that they was ready when it happened. Because it happens all of a sudden. You know what I mean? If that answers your question.
Yeah, for sure. So doing so much time, and it's, like you said, throughout your whole life, how long did it take you to readapt to, you know, society coming home? And what's been, they want to know, like, some of your biggest successes since being out. Society coming home, and what's been, they want to know, like, some of your biggest successes since being
out. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I jumped right back into the groove of things, right? Because I was going 20 years, 8 months. The biggest thing and obstacle is this right here. I'm still trying to learn this today, right? I started the podcast. I don't know how to put up a thumbnail. I just go raw. I come in, I give a message, and bow. I don't got no back. See how your joint looks so good? I want mine to look like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm still learning. You know what I mean? As far as my dress code, I just got a wife that got a lot of swag. You feel me? She's 10 years younger than me. You know what I mean? So I got a wife, man. You know she Muslim. You know what I mean? And she got that swag. So I puts it on. You know what I mean? But I've always put it on. You know what I mean? And then but as far as like adapting, I think that come with a lot of dudes. See, what happens is this: a lot of dudes go in and they let their time do them, so they become burnt out. You feel me? So you got these guys that come out that let that time do them. It's hard, real hard for them to adapt because they become like institutionalized because they let that time do them. But I was one that never see. I'm like this, man. I'm a believer. So what's for you will never pass you by, and what's not for you just never was. God ain't gonna put a burden on you greater than you can bear. He know how he made us all. I needed to do that 20. I know that I needed to do it because them little 2s and 3s wasn't doing nothing for me. That 20 was the best thing that ever happened to me. You know what I mean? Because it turned my life all the way around. But some of the things, man, that amazed me and shocked me, man. I just told this story the other day on my podcast. I was in the van because I got immediate release, but unfortunately, I had to go to the state. I couldn't get no halfway out. They threw me in the street after 20 years. I didn't get no halfway house, no nothing, because I had a parole violation for failure to report because I was in federal custody. So they kept me, wouldn't drop it. You know what I'm saying? So we in the van and they transporting me back to Jersey. I see the sign change, the billboard. So I got quiet. And the guy was like, man, you all right? I said, I don't seem like I'm tripping, but I think the sign changed. He said, oh, no, they digital now. Like, that blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that will blow a lot of dudes' minds coming up out that institution that been away a long time. So when I be connecting back in, I just be trying to keep the homies aware of what's going on out here, how the technology is out here. You know what I'm saying? But as far as adapting, man, adapting is a process. I don't think a man that did 20 years is going to fully adapt. It's going to take him half, probably 10 to fully adapt. Because I've been out here almost 6, man, and I'm still adapting. You know what I'm saying? I just know I'm not going back. So I'm adapting in a positive way.
Yeah. So if you can speak on it, let's talk about like your routine. Let's say your routine when you were at the peak of when you were, you know, moving things around versus your routine when you locked up in the feds. Like an average day when you was really out here getting it. What was the normal day like for you? Like an average day when you was really out here getting it. What was the normal day like for you?
Well, when I was out here, the average day for me, boom, man, I probably, you know, when you in these streets, you got a crazy time. So I probably get up about 2 in the afternoon, get myself together, get out, get to some paper, run around. Cause I was in Atlanta, probably I was in the east side. So I'm gonna move around through the east side, then shoot down 85 to Gainesville. You know what I mean? Shoot back into the south side, west side. You know, I was moving around down here a little bit. You know what I mean? And shop, you know what I mean? Go out and eat, you know, because then I made it to a level where other people was doing this stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? So I would just go out, eat, talk to broads. You know how it is. I'm young. I was 24 years old. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm talking to broads. I'm moving around. I'm shopping. You know what I mean? And doing basically what I wanted to do. I was making my own schedule. I was doing what I wanted to do. To sum it all up, I just was doing what I wanted to do every day to the point where I wanted to do it. Now, when I got locked up, it became what? It became a program. You know what I mean? 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. You know what I mean? I'm offering my prayer. When the doors bust at 6:30, I'm going to rec. I come back from rec at 10:30. We going down. We going to work out for them 3.5 hours. We going to come back 10:30, take our shower, go to lunch. Come from lunch, make the rec move to 3:30, go outside, kick it with the homies, bust it up, make sure everybody all right. Because I had to, you know, there's no big eyes and little U's, and I don't want to be glorifying prison, dog. Like, but you know, we got what they call cars. You know what I'm saying? Where you from, your religion, you feel me? So every compound that I went on, I kind of became like the head of the car. You know what I'm saying? Everybody respected me. I put in about I caught 27 extra years in the feds too. You know what I'm saying? For putting in work. And I've been in like 12 or 13 different federal prisons. You know what I'm saying? You don't move for being good. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not to glorify that crap, man. You know what I mean? Because that shit was nothing. I could have been stuck in there the rest of my life. But, you know, but becoming head of the car, you got to make sure that there's order, because you got what you call prison politics. You feel me? And everybody got to fall in this ordinance, because so that way, because if the ordinance get any friction in it, and a car can crash, you feel me? Blacks and Mexicans, blacks and whites, DC and such, Jersey and Bloods, and you know what I mean? So we trying to keep order. So I come out, man, at the 12 o'clock after the lunch move, stay out with the homies to the 3:30 recall, and build what y'all got going on. One thing I don't allow no stealing, dog. Whatever you want to do with your time, it's your time, but we don't steal, dog. So we create little things, jobs, you know what I mean, for them to do, you know what I mean? And, you know, when we was hustling straight up, you know what I mean? Niggas is hustling, we in there getting to the bag. So, and I was kind of controlling the bag at a couple spots. So I get them their little stuff, you know what I mean? Make sure this is for y'all, because a lot of them like to get high. This is for y'all, but this is for the bag. You know what I mean? So pay your debts. Don't be messing with no boys. You feel me? And do what you're gonna do, man. Just don't break the law. And that's what I used to do every day. And that became like an everyday thing, man, because after you being in for so long and being in some of the spots that I was in, because I've been in some serious spots in the feds, that became like my program to just make sure the homies ain't into nothing that's gonna make us crash. You feel me?
Right now, where everything that's going on in our community with the violence and the youth, what message that you could deliver to try to like change their mind, or what type of advice you can give to change a youngster mind about what's going on right now? Type of advice you can give to change a youngster mind.
Check this out. This is my thing with the youth. See, a lot of the youth, you got to remember, we was their age before, right? And one thing I know for sure, right? If the youth don't respect you, they're not going to accept you, right? So what I say is this, man. I say, man, look, think before you act, because 5 minutes of irrational thinking can cost you the rest of your life, right? Now, we running around here, we shooting each other up until we catch on fire about nothing, right? The war could never be with us against us. This is what they got to understand. That's because they just stuck in the hood and ain't been nowhere yet. The war ain't us against us, homies. That's not the war. The war is us, black and brown, against them, right? Because why? They got mass incarceration, which y'all are headed for, right? Doing what you're doing, right? They done boost this time up for just a pistol charge, and this, God help you, shoot somebody, right? Put yourself away for the rest of your life, even if they don't die. So it's us against them, man. Where we got into this, knocking each other off, about stepping on each other's sneakers, shooting me up till I catch on fire because I messed with your girl. Dog, let me tell you something about a woman, man. This is what I want to tell y'all youngsters, because a lot of y'all out here killing about these broads. A man can't do nothing that a woman ain't let him do, dog. And if a woman let him do it, she just wasn't for you, man. Don't knock nobody off about no coochie, man. Don't go to jail, because look, when you go to jail for that, she's still gonna be out here effing to the house, like the house on fire. And you in there really stressing. You feel me? As far as we killing each other, man. And then we got the other man killing us, putting us away for the rest of our life for some drugs. You're gonna get more time for the drugs than you get for the body. You feel me? But don't, my thing is, man, think, man. Always think. And don't let nobody trick you off these streets. I got this thing that I tell my followers on my podcast, man. Stay sucker free and stay free. You feel me? It's them suckers, man, that lead you down the wrong road, breaking big homie rules, like my man said on the song. Don't ask a kid to do something that you won't do. See, that's the thing going on out here, man. A lot of us got killed off. A lot of us got hooked on the drugs, and a lot of us went to prison for a long time and left the generation under us out here misled. So they had to lead themselves, and they turned into what they call super predators, right? But what y'all gotta do now, man, is y'all just gotta find an old head. These old heads, man, gotta come way better than they coming too. Because if these youngsters don't respect you, they ain't gonna listen to you, right? You only as good as your last movie. That's what they say in the prison. Man, F what you did in the street, what you did in here, and then you only good as your last movie, right? And if they last movie is they remember you of who you was, right? And then you come out this way, you're more subjected to have them listen to you, man. And it's not even about, listen, young boys, I don't want y'all to feel like, yo, oh, he talking about we gotta listen. No, it ain't even about you listening, man. It's about getting a proper message. It's about, you don't gotta listen to me because I'll be a hypocrite to tell you not to do half of the things you're doing because I did them all. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you what can happen when you keep continuing to go that way. And now I can tell you what's gonna happen as a result of you finishing up what you did that way and now going to be the right way. But do you want to come home 50 years old like I did from 24? You want to come home 50? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to come home 50, miss all your life. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a chance to change everything around for yourself. You feel me? You ain't got to go. If you listen to the right people, and it ain't even about, oh, he want me to listen to him. Nah, it ain't even about that. It's about if a person giving you a message that you can understand and that you feeling in your heart, right? Why you don't listen to it. You know what I mean? Because it might be something that just saved your life. Because check this out. Prison ain't like the streets. You can't play the behind the tent. You can't play the nighttime. I'm going to come out at night. Whatever you get into in there, you're going to have to face it like a man, right? And there's nowhere to run and hide. The death rate is higher in there than it is in the street, right? So why you want to put yourself in a position to go live in a bathroom with another man and have to guard your body every day, right? You can say you thorough until you get there, right? Because there's some real monsters in there, man. I tell everybody on my platform, it's two people in the prison, man. Sheeps and wolves. Where you fall at in there. Because if you a wolf, somebody gonna try your hands, dog. For real. You're gonna have to prove that. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with it, man. So hopefully, man, the youth can, you know what I mean, listen to guys like y'all. I'm on your platform. I ain't been on nobody's platform. You feel me? But I'm here, man, because the brother that wanted me to get with y'all, I got a lot of love for him. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna spread the little word, man. Drop a little jewel or two. God willing, man. Anything that I said that was good came from God through me, man. And anything I said that was bad, that just come from my own naps, man, my own feelings, man. That's where I'm at with it.
Right. So let's talk. You know, you said that you from Jersey originally and moved to Atlanta. What are the two differences in the culture and the structure, the way things were going in each different place for you? Like, what's some differences in those cultures?
All right, so I'm from where I'm. Bro, check this out. All these ghettos, what I've learned, because I've been traveling around doing this podcast thing, going state to state, talking. You know, I'm popping up like they was doing in the John Hood to Hood. So what I'm learning is, man, that we all the same. We just speak different. We got different accents, different lingo, right? But our culture is the same. We all come from the same kind of background. We all come from poverty. We all come from maybe one of our parents was probably indulgent. You know what I'm saying? We all come from hustling. You know what I'm saying? We all about busting that junk if we got to. You know what I'm saying? But I can't even say that it's faster because, see, everybody got this perception that down south is slow. Ain't nothing slow about down south, man. You know what I'm saying? They might drive different cars. They might talk a little different. But it ain't all fun under the sun, man. There's more going on down Atlanta than is going on home. And I live in a real bad spot. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as I'll tell you this, home, we don't got really much clubs. They did away with, they had an ordinance, man, because of the murders, right? So we got bars. You go to them bars and you get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get knocked off every weekend. You feel me? Down here, you can go out, you can have a good dance. My lady just was saying it like, yo, you can go out down here and you can party. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really trying to really get into nothing. Now, this stuff happening down here. You're going to get killed at a gas station faster down here than you're going to get killed at a club. You feel me? The gas stations is where everything is jumping at down here. But that's like the difference, man. Like the difference is like home, you always like this. Even home, like I'm off count. You feel me? And I ain't never been in no gang. I'm just saying off count because I gave it all up. You know what I mean? I did all that time, but I'm still like somebody in my hood. So I'm still around. I'm out there, but I'm always like this. Right. And I ain't did nothing to nobody that didn't deserve it. right? But I ain't trying to let nobody ring my bell either. You feel me? So I'm always on point. You know what I mean? Down here, I'm living a regular life. Don't nobody know who I am. It feels good. I'm out. I'm about. A couple of people recognize me from my podcast, but they ain't about nothing because there's so many other bigger stars down here. I ain't nobody. You know what I mean? So that's like the difference. I'm not gonna say it's slower or faster, or more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's the difference is just accent, man, and lingo for real. And the thing in the cars we drive, but everybody down here in foreigns now, so you know.
Yeah. So let's talk this. Going into the feds, when you very first touched down, had you, like you said, you already had a name for yourself in the streets. When you made it into the feds behind the walls, were you already known in there, or how did you go about making a name for yourself and earning respect in prison? How did you go about making a name for yourself and earning respect?
When I got in the feds, right, I was big on the name that I had, like in my state joint. But that don't mean nothing in there because you're in the state with just New Jersey, different Patterson, Newark, Elizabeth, Camden, Atlantic City, Trenton. When you get in the feds, 50 states, don't nobody know you, right? So I had a little chip on my shoulder while I used to box, you know what I'm saying? So I landed in Terror Hut. That was one of the worst jails you could land in '96. That was the death house. You know what I'm saying? I landed there. They still had the gym stuff out, the boxing stuff in the yard. So I'm in the yard beating the bags up. I had a chip on my shoulder. I'm 25 years old. You feel me? With 30 years. And I go. You know what I mean? I go. You know what I mean? Anyway. You know what I mean? So what happened, man, I ain't had no name. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people ask this. Let me say this too. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I've been around. I've been in Beaumont. I've been in Terry Hut. I've been in Victorville, Atwater. I've been in them penitentiaries, man, that got names. Every single time I pulled up to one, I was nervous. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say scared. I was nervous. You know why? Because not nervous of being scared to go in, because I've been around in there and I put work in there. I'm known. I was more scared that, is this gonna be my last stop? Am I gonna have to kill somebody in here and never go home? Or is a nigga gonna get the up on me and get me this time? So I was always nervous. So let me say that, because I dudes be getting on here pump faking. Oh, I pulled up. I wasn't. Yeah, I was ready, man. Man, listen, I ain't got no problems in no feds, man. They rolls the red carpet out for me, man, and I be nervous. You feel me? But to get back to what you were saying, I had to build a name for myself. I'm not gonna put the people names out there or the geographical location where they was from that I caught my case on in the first one in the feds. But what happened was I was working in the kitchen, and in Terror Hut, you got to wear kitchen whites. It's pizza day. Now, you got to know, back in '96, they was feeding us good. Pizza Hut was donating the pizzas. You come through the line and get a whole pie, 6 slices, Pizza Hut. So, dudes, I'm in kitchen whites. We already ate. I'm talking to 2 Muslim brothers from Philly, my 2 men. You know what I mean? I'm from Camden. We only live across the bridge from each other. I'm busting it with them. And the nigga said, well, the brother said behind me, what's up with this dude? He cutting the line. I know better. I know the prison politics. I ain't gonna cut no line, but I got on kitchen whites. So I turned around in my bag, being who I think I am, and said, take it the F down. But I turned my back on him. When I turned my back, now, you know, being in the penitentiary, we train to watch eyes and body movement. I see my man's eyes get big, so I know something happening behind me. So I turn around, I box a little bit, so I catch the knife on my shoulder. I got hit right here. So nigga try to hit me in my neck. Nigga try to take me out. So I get hit. I hit him, boom, boom. I drop him, and I bite his nose off. And this is like known in the feds. I bit the nigga nose off, his ear off. You know what I mean? And we get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So we had to sign this buddy agreement to come back on the compound. They was doing back then. We signed the agreement, and I got an old head. I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm gonna tell you this, and everybody will know from up the way who he is. He had life in the state. The governor pardoned him. He did 30 years in the state. The governor pardoned him. He came home and caught a double life sentence in the feds. You know what I mean? He became a spiritual advisor for the Zulu Nation over Philly. So the old head said, listen, that's how he talked to. Listen, everything you do gonna ride with you. Them boys stab you. Now go in the kitchen and kill him. I just got out the hole, dog. They strapped me up with the knives. I run up in the kitchen. I'm the cause if you go to Terry Hut, the old Terry Hut, they got a new one. They put metal detectors in the kitchen. We used to wear sneakers, and now you got to wear boots, and you got to take them off and put them up on the metal detector joint to go through. I'm the cause of that. What happened, I ran in the kitchen, jumped on the table where the dudes was from, just out my mind. I hit him, boom, 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 hit him up. His man kicked me, broke my nose. You know what I'm saying? That joint still messed up to this day. I jumped up, bust him up, you know what I mean? And I caught 11 years, you know what I'm saying? Am I proud of that? No, I ain't proud of that. You know what I mean? Because at that time they was running it concurrent. It was 96. That was 97 actually. But that paved the way for the name that I got in the feds today. I've put more, I've done other things, you know what I'm saying? But I never had to do nothing else later on as I got older. By the time I reached 30, 31, every pound I went on, I never had to really do nothing. You know what I mean? And there, like I said, it's sheeps and wolves, man. Everything you do, like my old head said, gonna ride with you to the next joint. So if you take an L, that's gonna ride with you your whole bid. You feel me? Not to glorify that stuff, man. Don't put yourself in no position where you even gotta act like that, man, or put yourself in a position to catch a life sentence, man, because when you hitting somebody up, when you busting somebody, they can die, dog. Because let me tell you, this is what I know for sure. When you busting somebody, your ears is ringing, you don't see nothing, you in the red. Hey, can't nobody tell me nothing different, because a lot of these dudes probably ain't even never did that or been in that position. I know, I've done it a few times, not to glorify it. So don't put yourself in a position, man, to lose your life in two ways. You already lost it. You in there. Get in there, man. If you do end up having to go in there and do some time, and don't be bopping to them videos on that TV. Get your butt in that library, because it's a loophole in every case. Find that and get yourself up out of there, man, and start living a productive life, man. Because why? We got to break this cycle of going back and forth, man. Because you keep going back and forth, you're going to get stuck in there, man, or get killed in there. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. That's the whole thing about that, man. But as far as a name, don't nobody got no name in there, man, until you make one for yourself. That's how that go. You know what I mean? And later on, somebody gonna jump on here and be like, when I started my podcast, you know, one thing I say about having a platform, you can't be no fake dude on here, because somebody gonna pull your card. You know what I mean? You got the whole world looking at you. And it just happens, man, that a lot of people that follow me been in. So they be like, oh, this big John that was down Coleman won with me. Yo, you the solidest dude I ever met. I'm not a troublemaker, dog. But my thing is, I don't like bullies and advantage takers. And I'm never going to let nobody do nothing to me ever and get away with it, because why? Everything follows you. But I never put myself in a position while I was locked up to have to really hurt nobody. A lot of my problems, I'm so loyal, came from me helping other people. I ain't had really, that was one of my only problems. But as a result of that, because of where the dudes was from, a couple compounds I hit, they homies tried me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been ended up having to do something to their homies. You know what I mean? Well, I thought they was trying me. I was paranoid in there. And if you don't spook me, if you spook me, I'm gonna get you. Because I know how it is in there. And the feds ain't all peaches and cream. It ain't all cocaine and champagne, man. You can lose your life in there. You feel me? So if you spook me, I'm going to get you first. And a lot of times, dude, like, yo, I wasn't even going to do nothing. Nah, but you spooked me. You asked me about a situation that you shouldn't even have said. But the moral of the story is this, man. Nobody comes in there with a name. Everybody in there that got names, they built those names credibly. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not even nothing to be proud of. You know what I mean? Even I got a strong name, even to the day. You know what I mean? That don't never go nowhere. But I'm not proud of that, man. Like, I wish I was out here. I got daughters grown. I got grandkids the age they was when I left. You feel me? I can never get those 20 years and 8 months back. You feel me? So that's my thing to tell these youth, man. Listen, you don't want to lose no time, because guess what? You ain't never getting it back. And what happens is you come out here trying to play catch up and you go back from trying to get back. And that's that. You can never make up for that lost time. It's gone. That's what you got to real. And this is this even to dudes. If you got a little celly and you in the joint and you watching this to you. You can't come out here thinking somebody owe you something, because nobody put you there but yourself. You got to come out here, get on your grind, right? Because a hustler can do anything, right? And you can't get back that time. You can't get it back. So don't come out here trying to make it up. I'm going to try and get back. Because that's when you're going to crash, dog. You got to just come out here, find your lane, and ride your wave, man. And it's a wave and a lane for everybody, dog, out here.
So coming back out into the free world, how did you find this is your lane? Like, how did you decide that that you were gonna use your voice as far as jumping on YouTube, podcasting, or whatever else it might be to get your message out there to help other people?
This is what happened. I got a homie from New York named Calvin Klein. Everybody probably, how you gonna know of him is this. Jay talk about him in a lot of songs. He did a lot of time. He took a lot of weight so Jay could continue with his career. It's Jay-Z, man. He got a real big case. His Cody Preem was my man too, so I was kind of close to them. Klein told me, man, we was on a pound together. He said, "Ja, you got a hell of a story, man." But it wasn't about podcasting then. He said, "You got a hell of a story, man. You got to get out there and put that on DVD." So I was like, "You think so?" He said, "Man, you got a hell of a story, man. And you a hell of a dude in here, man. You got to put that on DVD. You somebody." But I'm like, I'm just who I am. But now, my whole time through the feds, I'm doing legal work for Georgie Borghese, the consigliere for the Philadelphia mob. Joey Molino, the boss of the Philadelphia mob. Tommy Holzbarg, one of the top 5 of the Aryan Nation. Like, I'm meeting these dudes, and I'm doing legal work for them, and I'm making all these connections. And my name is circulating through the feds. I don't know this. Like, I'm just who I am. You feel me? So everybody kept telling me, and then not only that, dudes was coming to me. I'm talking about dudes, man, in the feds that put work in, man. Like, I ain't saying no names, but put work in. Come in my cell, cry to me about their women. I'm just talking to them because they feel like they can confide in me. You know what I mean? I'm not one to tell nobody's business, so it's never leaving me no way. So a lot of dudes is doing this. So I'm like, damn, man, I must got something that people feel my aura, like, but people always tell me like, yo, you got an unapproachable aura, but if a dude get to know you, you like a solid, you a real good dude. And then I came home. When I came home, everybody said, yo, you work on the TV, you a broadcaster, you on the radio, what you do? Whoa. And then my wife like, yo, man. Then my daughter was like, Dad, man, you gotta start podcasting, right? Because she knows what's going on. She get paid from YouTube and getting paid for them for like 10 years. So she like, Dad, you gotta start podcasting, you know what I mean? Boom, boom. And I'm like, podcast, put my face on TV? Nah, I'm crazy. Because I've been in the game all my life. I ain't put my face on nothing. You know what I mean? But when you ain't in the life, you ain't gotta worry about that. You feel me? But just the people, man, the people around asking me, was I on broadcasting? Was I on the radio? We on vacation way in the Virgin. What was one of them islands we was on? My wife took me for my birthday. They, yo, you on the radio? And that was just like confirmation that I need to be doing what I was doing. But the most confirmation, man, is shout out to my followers, man, because I got some loyal, faithful followers, man. They be telling me, man, they be inbox, because I'm the kind of guy, I don't want to be like the rest of the people, man, be forgetting where they come from, don't correspond with their followers. I correspond with my followers, you feel me? And they be telling me, man, how I changed their lives, how they look at things different. And listen, that right there mean more to me than anything. Because like I said earlier, I ain't did nothing but led niggas to the prison and to the grave, man. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to give out a word, man, and I don't even be knowing I'm doing it. I'm just being me. I'm just talking. And if God is using me in that way, man, all praise to God, man, because it comes from him through me. You feel me? And that's how I got into it, man. And then I just said, you know what? I wanna save some of this youth, man, because what I know growing up is when they used to come try to talk to us in the youth center, we used to be like, man, that nigga don't know what he talking about. That nigga don't come up like us. Because why? Them kids recognize real, man. That's one thing. You can't trick them kids. You know what I'm saying? So when they know you real and you come from what they come from, you got a better chance of getting their ear. And I've been successful with that. You feel like I got an appointment tomorrow to talk to this youth center. I got a youth center that just want to back my podcast and my books and everything. Like, this blowing my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like the doors that's opening through this. Just from being sincere and genuine. You feel me? So that's what kind of made me want to get into this, man. And my wife pushed me to get into it too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I got into that, brother.
For sure. Shout out to wifey for goddamn helping you put, stay on the course to your dreams. For sure. Shout out to Wifey for goddamn. But so talking about, not to just keep harping on the prison situation, but I know during 20 years, you probably were locked up with some pretty notable people, might have made some pretty notable connections or just, networking behind bars. Who are some people that you might have crossed paths with that you ain't never expect to cross paths with? Networking behind bars. Who are some people that you might have crossed paths with that you ain't never expect to cross paths with?
Like two of the dudes I named Georgie Borghese, I named Joey Molino. Those are that's the consigliere and the legend. Let's say a legend of the Philadelphia crime family. I met Tommy Hosbar, who was one of the number 5 with Silverstein of the Aryan Nation. He was one of the ones with Doc and Silverstein that got sentenced to the death penalty in 06 for all the murders from the state and feds. He was one of them. I met him. I met Snoop Dogg's wife brother over Cali when I was over there. Harry O, who gave Suge and them the money to start Death Row. I was in Victorville with him and the real Freeway Ricky. I know both of them personally. The real Freeway Rick Ross. We was all in Victorville together. I met a few mob boys from Chicago. King Tone, who was the leader of the Latin Kings in New York, was Marcelli and Terror Hut. Man, who else I met, man? I met the boy, was one of the Clips' uncle. I forget his name, but I met him out West Virginia. Southwest T, of course, we was in Herlong together. J-Rock, who's the leader of the Sin City Mafia. He used to be with Meech and them, J-Rock. He allegedly was one of the ones who supposed to have something happen to a man and a woman in an apartment down here. He was supposed to have been allegedly with that. Then he stepped off on his own and started the Sin City Mafia out of Alabama and was he had his own little clique. J-Rock got 60 years, good man. I was over Cali with him. That's my man. Then I met a dude who came in, was a federal agent that came in to bust them in the same jail. The dude Welch. His last name was Welch. He was a real federal agent. They put him in the jail to bust J-Rock and his little crew. They bust them up, man, took them all off the pound. That nigga was in our unit, man, sitting at my table with me. Probably, I ain't know, what was going on. So I met a few notable people, man. I met Hanif Richardson, the leader of the Undertaker Vice Lords, the king of I met Carmen Tay, his partner. These is notable dudes out of Chicago, real dudes right here. He told me he lived in the building where Oprah, the higher you live, the more it costs. And Oprah lived underneath him. You know what I'm saying? He got a real big case, the Richardson case on the CCE, which is a continuing criminal enterprise in the feds. He gave a life back, but he still got a life. So I met him. I met so many, man, good men, man. I can't even remember them all, dog. But I met a lot of men. So many.
I see they saying Gangsta and Gangsta Williams and Apple. I see Gangsta Williams. He got out. He's doing his thing as well as far as on the press.
I met Gangsta. I did 3.5 to 4 years with Gangsta. I met Gangsta when he came from Mariana. That was a prison in Florida. What happened with that, John, is that in 2004, 3 or 4, the tornado hit that joint and closed it down. They brought him up there to USP McCurry with us. I was in 5A, and the unit 5B was completely empty. So they moved them all into 5B. Men, we knew their situation. We already bitten, so we want to make sure they got, because they lost everything. So we want to make sure they good. So we come out, we meet and greet, and we giving up whatever we can: radio, sweat, sneakers, food. And I took a liking in him. Me and him started talking, sitting on the bench talking, man. He was in the Nation of Islam at the time. We was kicking it, man, and then we just became cool. I read his books. He taught me how to write books. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up taking Shahada, and we became real close. You know what I'm saying? And we close to this day. Anything that a man, this is what I say about his situation, and I'll be telling my followers that when they jump on, like thinking he shouldn't be on my platform because of who I am. My thing is this: anything that a man do and they can look themselves in the mirror, that's his situation. A man ain't gonna do nothing that he don't feel comfortable doing. And another thing is, why are we worrying about what he did anyway? Because who's out here really standing on anything? Nobody. Everybody out here is faking, man. Everybody out here want to be gangster until it's time to pay the price. Then when it's time for you to pay the price, what happens? We hear about you doing whatever too. You feel me? So my thing is like, that's my brother, right? I don't know exactly what happened. I can go by what he say, and I'm going to believe what he say, right? Until somebody, and I say this, if y'all got all this to say, why y'all don't put no paperwork up? You can be famous. If you put some paperwork up to what you saying about that boy right now, you'll break the fucking internet. You know what I mean? So that's where I'll be at with it, man. Like, one thing about me, friends is family that we choose ourselves, man. And I can't judge a man for no decisions they make. You know what I mean? As long as a man, that's his life. You know what I mean? He got to live it. You feel me? I'm not dealing with him on a level where we can be in trouble and something can happen with me. You feel me? We just do business together, and we study. We do we practice Islam together. You feel me? And that's where I'll be at with that. But yeah, he definitely out here doing his thing. He got 2 podcasts. He got, man, endorsements and book stories and books and everything coming out, man. He just came out and took off real fast. Some people get it, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, people talking a lot of trash, but the people love him. You feel me? So you got 35,000 followers in a month. So, you know what I mean? So the people must love him. They loving something he doing. You feel me? And that's where I'm at with that.
So a little bit more about your platform. How exactly did you decide on the name Concrete Chronicles? And for the people that haven't tapped in yet to see the message that you offering or that you the content you delivering, what exactly can they expect from you? The message that you offering or that you the content you delivering, what exactly can they expect from you?
I thought of this platform while I was in prison, right? Because you know they had the Fed magazine and it was the Feds, and then it was the Don Diva. So I wanted to put a magazine together called Concrete Chronicles. You feel me? Going in the hoods and talking to real dudes doing real things. So I said, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trademark the name and I'm gonna patent everything. And I wrote 6 books while I was away. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm gonna put everything out. I said, all right, this is gonna be my Concrete Chronicles. So I thought of the name back in 2001 or 2000. And I've been riding with it ever since. So when I got out, I was showing my wife, I was like, yo, this is what I made. And she made my little backdrop and all that. You know what I mean? She's a creator. So she was like, that's a good name, but we want to change up the way the logo look. It's old. You feel me? It was from then. And she created this, John. And then it's like the Concrete Chronicles. It's like the hardcore facts. You feel me? So I give up the hardcore facts. People that ain't tapped in. What I do, man, is I'm a certified paralegal. I know the federal law. So I give you the federal law. This is for the guys who want to be in the street still playing. I give you the federal law in the language. See, when you read in law, it's called language. So I give it to you in the language that it's written in. Then I break it down in our language so that you understand it, so that you know what you're doing and what you're facing. That's one thing I do. Then I do a lot of Q&A because a lot of people they be curious about what happened in the institution, who you know, if you ever met their people, you know what I mean? So along with that, I put together this picture program where you can send in the pictures to the phone number. I'll send them out to the institution because it ain't a lot of time in the day, you know what I'm saying? And people be having other things to do. People be wanting to send their loved ones pictures. So I put this program together for that. And then I interview like the underdogs. See, my platform is for like the underdogs. And I know a lot of mainstream rappers. I could have them on, but I'll be bringing the underdogs, man, the up and comings. You know what I mean? I want because that's what I come from. You know what I mean? The bottom. I'll be bringing them on, giving them exposure. You feel me? And that's basically what my platform is. And then I just try to give a message to this youth. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like I said, man, the easiest thing to do is to commit an act. The hardest thing to do is to deal with the repercussion of that act that you committed. You feel me? And put yourself somewhere you really don't want to be. You really don't want to be there. You feel me? You got to be a fool to want to be in prison. You feel me? Then this irrational thinking. You irrationally thinking something took you 5 minutes to decide and act on that can cost you the rest of your life, man. I'm just trying to change that up a little bit. You feel me? And you know, that's my little podcast right there, Concrete Chronicles podcast, just playing on YouTube. And I do the news. I do world news on Instagram on my podcast page. It's Concrete_Chronicles_podcast. I give out news. And me and my wife is at Fork in the Road Halal Food. She a celebrity chef down here, and I'll be doing things together with her, man. So, you know, we just trying to make a difference, man. You know what I mean? We both come from the same city, and we just trying to make a difference, man. We got a lot of nieces, nephews, grandkids, just trying to pave a different way, man, showing something different, man, because everything that I've showed my little cousins and my daughters and family was nothing but negative and led me into institutions. You feel me? I ain't never been this person on a positive wave and trying to leave something behind for these kids to be able to eat off of when I'm gone. You feel me?
Oh, facts. So, how exactly did you become a paralegal? Was it just a lot of studying, or how exactly did you decide to do that? How exactly did you become a paralegal? Was it just a lot of studying, or how exactly did you decide to do that?
How I became a paralegal was this. I was in the law library, and back then when I came in, it was no computers. Now they got the computers in there. You just type in the case and everything come up. Before, you had to go through all books, shepherdizing. It was very hard, right? And I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm a kind of person that, like, I'm like a perfectionist. I gotta know what I'm doing, and I want to perfect it. I'm always challenging myself. So I said, man, I'm gonna take this paralegal course with Indiana State University. College was free when I came in. 4 years of college was free. You know what I'm saying? So I said, why not, man? I'm locked up. I might as well get this college. So I took the paralegal course, right? And learned the law. You feel me? But not only did I learn it, I learned it to help me, because I always knew that I wasn't a career offender. You know, I got careered out. You feel me? I would have only got like 15 years. I ended up getting 30. It was double because of the career. But I always knew I wasn't a career. And the argument that I've been arguing for 17 years got heard by the Supreme Court through Johnson, and I jumped on it. And with the argument that I've been arguing for 17 straight years. And they let me in and gave me the immediate release off it. Then they closed it so no other career offender could get it. You know what I mean? But that's what made me do it, man. Just the inspiration to get myself up out of that situation, man, because I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to sit back and accept 30 years, do 25 years. I knew I wasn't a career offender. I said, man, I got to get myself from under it. I ain't had the money to pay a lawyer, so I had to figure it out. You feel me? And then in the midst of me figuring it out, I start lending my assistance to other good men. That I read their paperwork, see they had a little issue, and I wasn't charging nothing on no. But people used to look out, yo, man, what you want for commissary? Yo, let me send you 1,000. Like, and I ain't gonna turn it down. Like, they looking out. But I never charged nobody nothing, and I had a lot of great results.
Okay, and being a paralegal, did you ever find yourself, you know, just since you know the knowledge, looking into maybe high profile cases, such as like maybe one that's big right now is that YSL RICO case? Do you have any thoughts on that one? Such as like maybe one that's big right now is that YSL RICO case. Do you have any thoughts on that one?
If their case goes federal, right, they in a lot of trouble, right? And this case is bigger than what everybody know. I don't even want to get into talking about it. I know these dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was connected with Ralo, so I know these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about them or talk about their situation. But the thing is this, if the feds pick that case up, it's going to be a lot of people messed up. What I do know is they kind of got themselves in it. They kind of wrote themselves off. You know what I mean? See, the feds have changed these laws so much that now when they see everybody like, oh, they changed the law, we getting out. Yeah, they changed the law, and a lot of us got out of the new law. But when they change the law, remember what they do. Perfected it. They made it now when they get you, that part of it is perfected. You can't get out on it now because it's not going to be a mistake made for you to get out on it. So every time the laws change, and they've changed so much up until now, them boys going in now, man. I hate to say, like, I got a homie, man. Shout out to him, man. My man, CGR and Kenny, man, right? Chain Gang Rich, man, my bro. Fell on that tail end of a federal indictment with one of our rapper homies out of North Carolina, man. They offered him 72 months. He turned it down. He lost trial. He ready to get probably triple that. You feel me? But I'm just saying that to say this. It's a war on rap out here right now. You know what I mean? It started Ralo. He caught it. He coming home in February, inshallah, God willing. couple of the 40 come home tomorrow on his co-defendants. OG come home in like 2 months. Ralo come on February. Mike was home, but he caught a dirty, ended up going back, but he'll be out in 2 weeks too. But they all coming out now. But it's a war on rap. Now they got YSL. See the charges they got them boys with? Them life sentence charges they got them with right there. But I don't know Georgia state law, you know what I mean? And I got into it on my platform about it. You know what I mean? Can't nobody tell me about federal law, but I don't know Georgia state law. So, you know, they say he's facing 10 years. God willing, man, if that's all he's facing, he better take it and run. Because if the feds pick it up, he's going to be in a world of trouble. Now, what I did read this week was that Cardi B husband got pulled over down here last month. They found the gun in the car, him and his homie, but his homie took everything. He was licensed to carry, but they did lock him up. The gun was under the seat. And then like last week or Monday or something like that, last Monday, I think the feds told them to drop everything because they had him under a bigger investigation. So that means they getting ready to go in. You feel me? So it's like, if they go in, it's like a chain, who they connected to. Like, I don't want to get into it. I know who everybody connected to, but it's big rappers that's probably in a lot of jeopardy right now. You know what I mean? I'm talking about major names, but I'm not one to put it out there. I don't know. Just God willing, man, that everything work out for them boys, man, especially Thugger and Gunner, man. Them two good men. And you know, they was having problems with YF and Lucci, and you know Lucci is family, you know what I'm saying? But my thing, man, is like I wanted to talk to them because I was probably thinking I was like probably one of the ones that probably could sit down and have a sit down with them brothers, man. But that stuff go back so far with them and what they had going on. I don't know, man. A lot of times you just got to stay out the way and let laws of the universe balance out. You know what I mean? But as far as their situation, man, God knows best, man.
Okay. Well, you know, we done been speaking some game for about an hour and a half. I don't want to take up too much of your time, my brother. If you got any last messages that you want to leave out to the people, let them know where to find you. All of that good stuff. I'll let you get right on to it.
Y'all can follow me, man, on concrete_chronicles_podcast on Instagram. That's where I give up a little news. I give up a little game there, but I get my most game up on Concrete Chronicle Podcast on YouTube. That's my channel. That's my little spot, man, that I drop the jewels for the youth. I drop the jewels for the men and women as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, what I want to leave you with is this, man. If you stay sucker free, you'll stay free out here, man. The easiest thing in the world to do, man, is to commit an act. That's easy. That's easy. The hardest thing in the world, right? The hardest thing in the world is to deal with the repercussions behind that act that you committed, man. You feel me? And with that act you commit, you don't just hurt yourself because, see, you feel like you can go away, you away, and it's just you. But when you go away, man, it impacts your family, your kids, grandkids if you got them, mom, dad, sisters. It impacts them all. Why? Because you're going to need them. Why? Because your homies is going to be out the window. My homie, your homies, listen, you're going to be out of sight, out of mind with them. You feel me? You're going to need your family. So if you are in the streets, right, don't burn your bridges with your family. A lot of people burn their bridges and you be in there stuck because your homies ain't going to do nothing for you now. I'll be the first one to tell you. So don't burn your bridges, man. Love your mom, honor your mom. They say the paradise lies at the foot of the mother, man. Honor your mom, man, because she's going to be there when the smoke clear. You know, my mom told me, baby, don't be out here worrying about no BITCHs. I'm your BITCH now, right? I'm going to be here when the smoke clear. And guess what? When all them left, Mama Love was the only one there, her and my little sister and my baby girls, man. So that's what I want to tell y'all, man. Live your lives, stay sucker free, stay free. Man, watch them acts that you commit in 5 minutes that could cost you the rest of your life, man. Make wise decisions, man, and think for them suckers out there and think for them crash dummies out there, man. Because them crash dummies to try to trick you out or trick you off these streets and out your life, man. And that's my message to y'all. You can follow me at Concrete Chronicle Podcast on YouTube. My wife is a celebrity chef. She got a lot of big things going. Y'all can follow her at Fork in the Road Halal Food on IG. And I appreciate you, brother, for having me on, man. I appreciate it, man. I ain't did no. I hope I did a good job for you, man, because this is my first interview, dog. You know what I mean? I ain't never expect to sit back and tell my story to nobody, but I appreciate you having me, man. It was an honor, dog.
Yeah, it was fire. I appreciate you taking the time. I'm sure we definitely gonna have some more conversations as in the future too. This won't be the last one, but I'm gonna definitely make sure that I put the link to your channel, the link to your Instagram, all that in the description, so that everybody can goddamn reach out to you, find your platform easy. So that everybody can goddamn reach out to you, find your platform easy.
Yeah, definitely do that, man. We locked, man. From here, friends is family. We choose ourselves. Remember that, man. Yeah, definitely do that, man. We locked, man. From here, friends is family. We choose
Appreciate you, my brother. Have a good one. Hey, shout out to everybody that's been here, that's rocked out with me, rocked out with us throughout this whole interview. Man, that was a live one. I ain't gonna lie, that was real dope. I appreciate your time. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to Concrete Chronicles. I'm gonna put the link in the description. If you can't find it right now, check the descriptions in this video. In about 5 minutes, it'll be there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna goddamn leave y'all with one more song and we gone. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, man. That was legendary. That was legendary for sure, for sure. Yeah, Concrete Chronicles, definitely. I got a song for y'all, and then give us at least 2. I'm gonna end this one, and I'm gonna get back on live with y'all. But I want to end this one after this song, so we can make sure everybody soak in this message and see what really was going on. You feel me?
It's around niggas that know about it. If I get on the field, then I score. Lace my boots up and jump in that mode. The regular shit, they come over. I get them lows. Yeah, I got product. Look, I'm posted. I'm about to double. Yeah, make a plan. Make it happen. That's the motto. My bitch bad. Shit, motto.
Good brain, she knowledge. I know a headache, she need her top. She say she sick and tired. I told her, bitch, I'm the doc. Pull up juicy fruit, feeling like I'm Big Pop. Daddy told me, gotta watch out for these bitches, they'll burn you up just like lava.
These niggas broke, cause they money be burning up in they pockets. Plate get burnt up, I got a rock. I'm playing with them hoes, niggas trying to rock it. Nigga, you a hoe. A big head with that, I wanna go. Don't smoke weed and still drink the cold. Like every politics, I stay on my pyramid, nigga, I stay on my nose.
Like every politics, I wake up every day and I throw my brand right on. Everything going down at the stew, I'm starting to feel like it's my second home. I don't really step out, I stay in, but still wear $300 cologne.
That's the sin in the price of the zone.
Niggas rapping about having Southside favor, nigga, I still fuck around, pull a bitch in this fro. Cash on demand, money on remote like a Roku. Sold her a dream, now she hope. Eating good every day, I shop at Hope. You can hear it in my convo, I'm so soulful. With my Korean partner sipping soju. Before I hopped in the booth, I've been living powered up like Goku.
Yeah, make a plan, make it happen. That's the motto. My bitch bad, she a model. Yeah, make a plan. CD. If I get on the field, then I score. Try to get through them lows. Yeah, I got product. Look, I'm posted. I'm about to double. Yeah, make a plan, make it happen. That's the motto.
I'm gonna do something special since this is a special live. I'm gonna give y'all one more song. Don't y'all tell that nigga White TD, but we gonna play this shit.
Hey, say that's okay.
My niggas always wanna play when a nigga ain't playing. Niggas really be fans just like Stan. Loud and the bitch took off and I ain't landing. Money to the expressway just like a pen. Oh no, nigga ain't paying no debt. High speed chasing the chick. I'm about my business, ask the IRS. I don't be worried, no, I don't fret.
I don't know, no nigga. Got a little change on me. I got a phone. I wake up and talking
Can't get you no money, nigga, cause you ain't folk. Trying to get through traffic, driving like a soul. Tasting my own medicine, I drank the post. Got a few friends, keep my enemies close. I'm in a safe house, you gotta know the code. I only speak facts, not what I'm told. Ain't talking about poke, but I never fold.
I went on them missions, I made it home. Only time I got caught when I wasn't alone. Real deal business, I ain't take out a loan. Property value going up, I just broke my home. Believe that niggas say, I believe what's shown. When niggas be on them, move on face and cold. Genre music, text and song. I ain't playing with niggas, niggas get on.
I can see a nigga from the top of my shit like a drone. We ballin' like Dipset, nigga Jim Jones. Running my business straight from my phone.
Running my business and handling the business. Work shit out like LA Fitness. This Burberry ain't wearing no fitness. A nigga get full of that shit and express my
My niggas always wanna play when a nigga ain't playing. Niggas really be fans just like Stan. Fly in the bitch took off when I ain't land. Get money to expressway just like a pen. Oh no, nigga ain't paying no debt. With high speed chasing the chick. How about my business, ask the IRS. I don't be worried, no, I don't fret. Yeah, man.